Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and we are back in the Premier League. We played our first game of the new season against Liverpool in the last episode, so go and check that out if you missed it. Quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do put videos out every single day, so you can keep up as quickly as possible by watching on YouTube directly. But the game today is against West Brom away from home, and as you can see, a few changes from that match against Liverpool. Pulisic is starting on the left, even though Atsu is back from injury. Pulisic is a bit fresher. I also want to give him a bit more game time. He is our club record signing at £35 million, so he should probably be starting. Janssen also impressed me in the cameo that he had against Liverpool, so he's going to lead the line today with Januzaj continuing on the right. Diarme back in the team, partnering Cook instead of Anita. Everybody else is as they were, with Tim Krul in goal. And I'm hoping for a much better performance. We were outplayed quite comprehensively by Liverpool, probably lucky to only lose by 2. They had some wayward shooting. But this is our first away match, and it's against a team who will be in and around the positions we're expected to be in mid-table. So I'm hoping we can get the win and kick off our season in earnest today. Corner from Pulisic, swings it in, Dawson's at the near post, pulls it back, Cook's got an open goal, we're 1-0 up just before half time. Lewis Cook scores his first goal for the club and we lead away at the Hawthorns. Lazar has cut the ball out, now Diarme trying to figure out what he should do. He sends it back to Lucas Silva, Cook back to Diarme. He's just holding up play a bit, but Lazar's got the ball now, he'll go for a little run. Now Cook with a nice ball to pick out Pulisic. He's got options in the middle. Chips it in. Janssen's there. It's 2-0. Janssen gets his first goal for the club. Pulisic putting down a marker to Atsu here in the Premier League. This has been an absolutely stunning performance from our team away from home. 18 shots, 68% possession. That's better than Liverpool managed against us. I'm just passing it around here. Still 5 minutes to go in a 2-0 lead. Don't want to concede here. Anita on the ball. Finds Cook, and Fletcher has brought him down. This is going to be a second yellow card. West Brom down to 10 men, and their chance of any comeback is long gone. It's a very good win by the team. I couldn't have imagined a better performance than that. We could have maybe got a few more goals, but that doesn't matter. We've got 3 points, up to 8th in the table. And I was slightly worried if we'd lost this match. I was concerned for how we might perform, but winning our first away match, 2-0, definitely settles my nerves. The team lining up against Norwich is pretty much exactly the same as our last match. That 2-0 win over West Brom was very impressive, and we now play the team that pipped us to the Championship title last season by a few points. I'd expect us to beat Norwich quite comfortably. The team has been improved so significantly, and Norwich hasn't improved that much. So we should be able to get 2 league wins on the bounce, something we didn't achieve that much last season, but hopefully we can make it occur a bit more frequently this time round. Diarme's got the ball back into Silva, finds Caleri. Now Januzaj goes for goal. Januzaj scores an absolutely brilliant goal from the edge of the area. I was just about to switch to attacking football, but we'll go back to normal. 10 minutes left. Late free kick, Januzaj to Christensen. Now Silva. Time is up for Norwich, just a few seconds left, and it is all over. We have got a second win on the bounce. We left it late, but Januzaj with a screamer of a goal. That will certainly help the team's morale. We're up to 8th again, 6 points now, getting ever close to that 40-point mark, which I'm already slightly worried about. But we've got 2 wins against the teams that we should be beaten by Liverpool, but not anything we can expect to do about that. And the next match is at Crawley Town. Quite a few changes for the match in the League Cup away at Crawley Town. I'm not too worried about this competition. I wouldn't mind a little run, but I'm not going to worry if we do get knocked out by Crawley. So Andy Carroll starts up front, which means that we switched the striking role to a target man. Richie and Aaron starting on the wings, with Anita and Tiote coming into midfield. Iorfa coming in on the right. LaSalle's back from injury. Tim Krul continues in goal. Corner from Matt Ritchie, swung in, Tiote's there, Dawson scores his first goal for the club, pouncing on the loose ball in the 6-yard box. We're 1-0 up early on. Another corner from Ritchie, swung in towards LaSalle's, it bounces down, but Diarme cracks the ball in on the volley for 2-0. Corner from Ritchie, Puts it in towards Chambers. We've already scored 2 from corners. Yamas finds Aarons, and there's the third from a corner. 3-0. Calder finds Carby. There's Roberts, and he scores a screamer of a goal off the underside of the crossbar and in. 3-1. They get their consolation goal. It has finished 3-1. A good win from the team, never in doubt. Very happy with that. It'll boost morale even further. It means we're into the next round of the English Football League Cup. Back to a full-strength squad now. Janssen starting up front with Pulisic and Januzaj. Cook and Anita in the middle with Silva behind them. And then Yames is having to start on the left with Iorfa on the right. And Dawson and Lascelles in the centre. Tim Krul in goal. 3 wins in a row at the moment. We can make it 4 by beating Stoke at home today. Late chance here. Ball into Shaqiri, now Wilshere. Ball cross, Dawson clears away. Pulisic heads it down, but we've had some very loose balls around our area in this half. And Stoke will punish us. Boyan out to Johnson. Puts it across, and Lingard does score. We are punished. Loose passing around our area is really costly today. We can Stoke so many chances and we're a goal down. Now Guillermes has committed another silly foul. And he is off. We're 10 men and a goal down. I think we're going to struggle to get back into this match from here. And Mario Balotelli makes it 2-0. Too easy. Stoke have been putting so much pressure on us. It was bound to come. No, we have lost the match 2-0. A very disappointing performance from the team. I'm very unhappy at the red card as well. I feel at 1-0 down we maybe could have got back into it. But when we went down to 10 men, I think that was probably the nail in the coffin, and we are down to 10th in the league as a result. We are now the other side of the transfer window with the international break in there for good measure. No ins or outs for us, so we're not going to spend much time thinking about that. Instead, we're going to crack on with our Premier League campaign, this time away at Crystal Palace. You'll see some of the morale has dropped. A few problems there with Lazar not happy at me strengthening the squads, and people were quite annoyed about Adnan Januzaj's treatment. You can see he hates being at the club right now. He wasn't happy that I didn't sell him, and it brought the morale of everybody else down. So that's all a bit frustrating. It means Matt Ritchie is going to start on the right instead of Januzaj. I think their morale is just a bit too low for me to handle right now. Matt Ritchie has been performing well when he's played. Atsu's on down the left. Kaleri is going to get a start. He hasn't been great so far, and I think, prefer Janssen, but I don't want to make a judgment too soon, so Kaleri's going to come back in. Lewis, Cook and Anita with Silva just behind. Defence as you were, the same for Tim Krul. So that's the team that we're going to use. I'm a little bit worried of how Crystal Palace's counter-attacking might hit us. I have seemed to notice that we do concede goals on the counter-attack, so if that happens again today, we might need to think about how we manage that going forward. And as usual, if any of you guys have suggestions on what we can do let me know in the comments. But right now, let's jump into this game with Palace and see if we can get back on the winning streak. Palace are on the attack with Witzel picking out Ward on the right. He skips the ball in, and it's in from Benteke. If you give him a header like that, he is going to score it, and we're 1-0 down. Zar cuts out the ball. Now Anita. Nearly the end of the game. Januzaj back to Anita. Diame to Silva. Puts it through. Janssen. Janssen's equalised. A 90th minute equaliser from Janssen. Surely gets us a point away from home at Palace. Just wasting time here, Tim Krul. And that does the job. We get a last-minute point thanks to Janssen, who I think has just cemented his place as... Well, that was a terrible team talk. But Janssen has cemented his place as our leading striker. The team not happy that we were settling for a draw there away at Palace. Not entirely sure the reason for that. They must think that we're going to do a lot better than Palace this season. But I don't care. I thought they did well to get that last-minute equaliser. It means we're on 7 points now. 2 wins, a draw and 2 defeats with 1 game left this episode. The final match of this episode is away at Watford. I'm not too unhappy at how our form has been so far, and we've got a full-strength side really going out there to take on Watford at Vicarage Road. Ritchie is still starting ahead of Januzaj. I think that will probably continue for a little while unless Januzaj changes his mind. Pulisic back in on the left-hand flank. Janssen gets to start ahead of Um, Ahead of Caleri, forgotten his name for a moment. Diame and Cook with Silva behind. That probably is my strongest midfield starting three, so they will probably see the majority of games this season. And then the defence is probably at its strongest as well. Iorfa on the right, Lazar on the left, Dawson and a member in the middle. A very strong team and some very good options on the bench if we need them. Free kick from Janssen. Tim Krul has had to go off with an injury, so Darlow's on the pitch. But Diame finds Pulisic, and Pulisic has scored. With 9 minutes to go, we've taken the lead. I was not expecting that. We're going to shut down our defence from here on, because I don't mind a draw from this match. I just do not want to lose. But we could get the 3 points. Last minute corner from Combs. Cleared by Mbemba. Success is there. He shoots, and it's cleared out. We've got 3 points away from home. I was not expecting that. Watford are so highly rated in this game. But we've done it. We've got 3 points. We've now got 10 points from our first 6 matches. Definitely the kind of form we need. And I feel like the team is much better suited to taking on this league challenge than the team that we had last season. Injury to Tim Krul, not going to help. Broken arm, out for 4 to 6 weeks. But we do have Woodman and Darlow. So Darlow will probably come in with Woodman there just in case on the bench. But we've done it yet again. Another big away performance. The second away match we've won so far this season. Now on 10 points. 7 clear of the relegation zone, which I'm already looking at. But only 1 point behind City. So not a bad way to end the first episode. If we just have a look at how we've done. That defeat at home against Stoke, probably the only real disappointing result. The Liverpool one, entirely understandable from last episode, but today, beating West Brom, Norwich and Watford and getting a last minute equaliser against Palace. Just, yeah, absolutely brilliant. And next episode, we'll kick off with the Capital One Cup third round against Derby. Not too worried about that, but we'll have a week's rest almost until we play Swansea. And then it's City, Arsenal, Everton. The big round of matches to test whether we are a top half or bottom half sort of team. Bournemouth will be the last match of next episode, so even if we do struggle in those 3 games, we should be able to end on a win at home against Bournemouth. But I'm very happy with how we started our Premier League campaign, and it feels like it's a lot easier than last season. Last season was such a big struggle, and I still don't fully understand why we found it so difficult. We do have a tactic that is working. It might not be the best tactic in the world, but the team know how to use it. It's playing well, and it's difficult to break down. So that will be it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to drop a like if you've enjoyed the way we've started the league this year. Subscribe if you want to see how we get on, maybe push up the table or fight off relegation. But until next time, see ya.